Hey guys, it's Frenzy227 on another rant. That's right, I got a lot of stuff to rant about this time. Starting with, talking about Marvel. Marvel Studios, come on, we all love them. They've given us some of the best and some of the movies, best comic book movies ever made. Avengers, Iron Man, all this great, awesome movie stuff, but there have been a few bad ones like Thor, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and yada yada yada. But as we count down to Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers 2, we get news of upcoming Marvel movies from a few years from now, including the Fantastic Four and Ant-Man. And this is where I have a problem, starting with the Fantastic Four. Now, I do not like the other Fantastic Four movies. I don't think they're the worst films on the planet. I didn't like them pretty much across the board. So I was excited to see a reboot. I think it's gonna be cool to see these guys push to the full potential. Then the cast comes out. We have Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch, Kate Mara as his sister, the Invisible Woman, Susan Storm, Miles Teller as Mr. Fantastic, and Jamie Bell as the Thing. What the fresh hell is this? Honestly, this is literally the worst cast ever. Now, before you say anything, I like these actors. These are good actors. Michael B. Jordan I like, Kate Mara I like, Jamie Bell I like, Miles Teller, I've never seen him in any movie, but I've heard he's not awful. Here's the problem. They have nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with the comic book characters they are playing. The Thing, this big, gruff guy, Man on a Rock, is played by Jamie Bell, who's like this big. You've got Kate Mara, a redhead, as the blonde Susan Storm, and the cherry on top, you have a black guy playing her biological brother. And before you say, oh, they're probably adopted, oh, they're probably going to explain it, maybe it's an interracial marriage of their parents. Screw that. That's not how it is in the comics. I'm not trying to be racist here, but honestly, you cannot completely change the ethnicity of a character. There's no good reason for it. I like Michael B. Jordan. He's a good guy. I like his actor. His films. He's done some good stuff. But, and the argument, I've seen people, defend this decision 100%. Oh, it makes perfect sense that he'd be black. That's all they say, by the way. They don't give me why it makes perfect sense he should be black. Yeah, because it makes perfect sense to completely change the ethnicity of a character. And, honestly, I would be fine with it if they didn't cast a white actress to play his sister in the film. That is beyond. That's just a big middle finger to anyone with intelligence. I had an open mind toward this movie. Now with this cast, even if the movie is Avengers quality, this cast will ruin this movie for me. I'm probably just going to completely boycott this film. But it gets better, folks. Recently, Edgar Wright has dropped out of directing the new Ant-Man movie. And I know everyone's really pissed at this, and rightfully so. Here's the thing. Edgar Wright leaving Ant-Man, crushing blow to Marvel, but I can't really do much about it. Not a lot of people can. He whatever reason he left, I'm sure he had good reason for doing so. I'm not going to judge him or Marvel for that decision. Here's what I will judge Marvel for. Let's look at their list of directors who they've been considering to replace Edgar Wright in their directing job. You got the director of Dodgeball, a movie which I really did not like. You got the director of Zombieland and 30 Minutes or Less, two movies I thought were just And the guy who ended up getting hired for the job, I'd like to add, which was just announced today, at the time of this video, which is Saturday, the 7th of June, Peyton Reed. What movies has he done? Yes Man and the comedic abortion that is The Breakup. No words, folks, really no words. It's just, I don't know what the Ant-Man movie's going to be. I really don't. I'm not a big Ant-Man guy. But Edgar Wright was a great choice for the role, for directing the movie, because he channels a creativity and comic book energy. Look at his movies. Look at this, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That's the closest a real comic book will ever get. You think his movies The World's End, super creative, super awesome, really good dialogue, moves super fast. It's a really fun, awesome movie, and when he drops out, what do we get to replace him? Directors who have done nothing but comedies. literally, okay, yes, Edgar Wright has done most of the comedies, but like I just said, with Scott Pilgrim and World's End, and even like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, he has good action stuff in it. He's has very a lot of experience with action. These are fight scenes in Scott Pilgrim or in The World's End, the bathroom fight that was all in one shot. Like, he's got great experience. He's super creative. He's super energetic. His movies are like a caffeine shot to the arm, and yeah, perfect choice. And look at all the other Marvel directors. James Gunn directing Guardians of the Galaxy. He's done 2 movies, Slither and Super, both of which, one's a horror comedy, one's a superhero parody comedy. But yeah, there's creativity there. You think of Slither, there's some super creative, awesome, like cool monster gags and gross out humor in there. And Super, those like clever subversions on the superhero genre. Great stuff. Jon Favreau directing Iron Man. Yes, he's done a lot of family movies and a lot of comedies, but he did this awesome movie called Zathura, which had some really awesome creativity of house floating in space, and they blow stuff up and they freeze people solid. Awesome. I like that movie. It was a great choice for that guy to do a comic book movie. The list goes on and on. You could go to Shane Black, Joe and Anthony Russo directing Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Yes, they've done comedies, but they did those awesome paintball war episodes of Community. Awesome stuff, cool action, great comedy mixed together. That made Captain America: The Winter Soldier an awesome movie. Now let's look at Peyton Reed, who's directing Ant-Man. Look at his resume. Yes Man and The Breakup and a couple other movies I can't remember off right now. There's only 2 I've seen to my knowledge. What's creative about those films? Not a damn thing. It's stuff like this that makes you really think Marvel's starting to slip. It's like, yes, the Avengers, the whole universe, the movie universe, awesome stuff. Now I kind of get a little cocky to say, oh, we can do whatever we want. We just, like, the Fantastic Four stuff is just literally a big fat insult to anyone who loves the comics and anyone with intelligence for that matter. The Ant-Man movie, I'm sure it's going to be great, but, well, it would have been great if Edgar Wright was doing it. Now I'm not so sure. It's just focusing on a comedy aspect. Like, oh God, I just don't know. I really think Marvel's losing their touch, and still want to like Marvel. We still have Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers 2 to look forward to, and I can't wait for both movies. Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm waiting for the midnight tickets. But yeah, I'm probably not alone on this. There's probably a lot of people who are thinking the same thing, and feel free to hate me in the comments. Friends227 out.